Hello.
Hello.
Welcome. Hi, Kira. How are you doing?
Pretty good. How's it going, Gabby?
Good as well. The sun is finally here in England, so I'm living my best life. I was telling you, I'm repotting my plants. That was my big spring thing. I'm like 10% done, and I've gone crazy. I'm a crochet lady now. I don't know if
Yay! I love it. All the granny squares.
Yeah, they're all like different as well.
Yeah.
It's like a patchwork sweater, so I'm very excited about it.
But that's great because you can do so much with granny squares.
I don't know, but I'm very, very excited. I have a different sweater. I have 3 other sweaters going. We're not going to talk about those ones because I have like a singular thing this year. But this I'm going to finish. So, yeah. I've been reading Sunrise and Reaping. So
I'm supposed to be getting that Tuesday. I already ordered it, so I'm waiting
exciting.
For it. But
Did you get some fun special edition? Because I know you're big on those.
Yeah, I wanted it to match all of my normal editions, so I went ahead and just did that.
I'm thinking that too. Yeah, I was like, ugh, I just need to get the hardback, even if I don't. I like this. I don't like the dust jacket, but
Yeah,
it matches with the ballads, so whatever. I'm like this far into it.
Yes. I'm just grateful like that they haven't changed the covers too much and they match all of the originals.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, I have like a paperback for the originals that looks nothing like this, but at least there's an option to like make them match if you do have the hardback.
Yes.
Yeah. How's life? Hello. Wait. Hello, Tafty. Nice to see you. Our girl has become crochet lady. My hobbies are getting out of control. I have reading, now I have crocheting, now I have my plant potting. It's crazy. I've been sat outside reading Asterix and Obelix comics today, but I've switched over to reading a nonfiction about Judge Dredd. Sounds good. What are you doing, Kira? What are you thinking about?
I really need to start the book because I've been so like busy like lately, like that I kind of just feel like I just need to go ahead and get into that because I don't want to rush through it. I hate rushing through books like anymore because I want to be able to save it, especially if I'm enjoying it.
100%. I just finished the audiobook I was listening to, and I'm like, should I listen to The Big Ship at the Edge of the World first? Or because we still have 2 weeks till the live show, and I usually finish an audiobook in like 1 week. I'm like, I could leave it till next week. So I might pick up something else, but maybe not something super thick. But yeah, so I'm going to be reading this and probably will take one of the sprints for a 911 episode where I crochet. That's my newest obsession as well. So,
yeah. Well, I'll tell you like how like little I've been reading because I had jury duty like a few weeks ago.
Oh wow!
I started reading this one. I got like 70 pages in. It's like a video game, like it's a science fiction video game, like a reality TV show. It's so wild, and they're all coming, and I think it was like previously published because they're coming out with almost all of the books in hardback this year.
Ooh, wow!
There's 7 books. There's 7 books.
7 books. That's quite a lot.
Yeah.
Are you enjoying it, or are you not?
Yeah, no, it's like interesting. Like, there's a cat named Princess Donut, and like, and it's not really a spoiler because like it happens like within the first 50 pages, but like they like it's like a dungeon, like kind of reality TV show from a spaceship like that, like it ended up killing the majority of the human population, and so like a lot of people are going to be following like a lot of people, like a lot of aliens and stuff are going to be following like these people. It's almost like the Hunger Games like a little bit because like they get sponsors, like they can get sponsors like if they do like well enough or get like enough or big enough of a following, and like that has like little boxes like that help them to survive. But like it's multi like layered, and every like layer is like a little bit more complex, and if you get to the bottom layer you win back your planet, which nobody has ever done. So I'm kind of like
I knew it was kind of like a video game because they have like scores, right? Or like your strength, and you up your strength, and it's like feels to me like Naruto a little bit, but I haven't actually known what it was about, so that's really interesting. That is
and it's funny because like the cat Princess Donut ends up like getting a box like that kind of like melts her down and then retransforms her so that now she can speak. So we have a talking cat whose knows her name is Princess Donut.
See, I always heard about this Princess Donna. I did not know she was a cat. That is
Yes.
me.
Yes.
Wow.
And it's funny because like her stats actually end up being higher than his, like right at the beginning here. And I'm like wondering if at some point that's gonna change. And I love that for the whole dynamic because she's just like, yep, you need me.
Fair. That sounds really fun.
But yeah, if you like video games, like it has a very video game feel.
Yeah, Tafty said keeps hearing about it, but not sure if it's for him. Well, there you go.
It's a little silly, like kind of campy. Like it definitely has that campy feel.
Yeah. I do like campy, so maybe I'd enjoy it.
Yeah.
The lit RPGs, I feel like, have gotten very popular. It's like everyone's talking about it all of a sudden.
Yeah. I only bought the first two because I figured like I'm gonna go ahead and like read these first and see.
Yeah. Fair enough. Okay, let me just catch up. Hi Rory, nice to see you.
Hello.
What are you doing? What are you reading? What's up with you? I too really need to start the book so I don't run out of time later on, but I really want to read at least one nonfiction every month, and I haven't read my March allocation, hence the book about JD. Well, you have 2 days, so power to you. I'm sure you can do it.
Yeah, I've been wanting like to read like more nonfiction too. I just got like that book by John Green, Everything Tuberculosis, and I'm dying to read it.
Oh, I've never heard of that. I read Anthropocene Reviewed, but
Yeah,
it's by him. Yeah, that was amazing. I was like, wow, what a good, like, great nonfiction. So really enjoyed
yeah,
it.
yeah. And
Um,
she just came out with it like within the last week or so.
oh wow, okay, I didn't realize that. I need to
Yeah,
pick it. Um, I've picked out 4 books for my April TBR, including A Big Ship, but I've yet to decide my April nonfiction pick. Fair. I read recently the book you recommended, Kira. I don't know if you actually read it or you just were planning to, but let me find it. Rage Becomes Her. It was really, really good.
yeah. I still have that in my stack because like I've been buying like a ton of like nonfiction like lately. I just need to sit down and read it.
Dying to read a book about her.
It's by John Green, and you know what? Like he actually had a cameo kind of thing, like where he was talking like about like a little bit of the excerpts like in this book. That at one point, because like he goes over the history of tuberculosis too, and at one point tuberculosis was actually like revered in people because like they didn't know about diseases or anything. They thought it was genetic. So if you did something like super spectacular or creative or impressive, they're like, oh, that's the tuberculosis. That's the consumption. So like at some point they thought like that it was just the thing to have, like it was like you were actually like almost like glamorized because you had it, and like
That is
I'm just like, and that was enough, that's all I needed to hear, like to know like that I was really that he was going to make this really interesting,
I mean,
you
I'm
know.
for sure gonna pick it up. I just didn't realize it was coming. I knew that I think it's tuberculosis, like was considered all the rage because people got super pale and skinny on it, and people were
Yeah,
like,
well I
which is
mean,
insane.
yeah, but like if you were rich, you typically like were not pale or skinny or anything else like that, so I mean maybe like there's something to that too.
Yeah, insane. I am not going to finish I Am the Law in second.
In 2 days.
Oh, sorry, today. The print is densely packed, so I can only read it during the day when there is plenty of light. It's a bit much for a night in bed. That's
Yeah.
fair. I will be able to finish my Asterix album tomorrow, so that'll count for my March. I am in my March MBR picks right now with time running out.
Mhm.
Uh, I mean, I've not really been doing too many TBRs. I don't know if I told you this, but like I did a whole reorganization of my bookshelf, and I was like, I'm gonna put all of my to be read on one set of shelves. That's in my bedroom now, and I'm just trying to read it. But I started
Yeah.
with 69, and somehow I'm on 70 now, and we went up to 71 at some point. I've read 3 already, so it's just like it's a mess. It's just increasing, and I keep reading. But I've been like, okay, just like what do I feel from this stack that I want to
Yeah.
read? That and like arc books. I'm trying to be like get through it. But this one is fine because I bought it, so it got on my TBR. But I'm reading it right away, so it doesn't feel that bad. But yeah, so I've just been like going off of vibes, which is not common for me. Normally, I'm like a TBR person.
Yeah. I'd rather have vibes because like I never know like and see this is the thing is even like when I was doing planning out for like my TBR, I noticed like that I would have like this whole plan and then I'm like, oh, plan's getting scrapped. I'm on a whole different tangent now.
Fair. I feel like when I'm a TBR, I read more, but I might be feeling like that because the only time I have a TBR is when I was doing like content more often, and I was better about doing content. So I'd like have deadlines and I have to read it before a certain time and
Yeah.
had scenes for my videos. But like if I'm not filming it, like I've been filming a bit, like just getting from my TBR, but it's like unthemed or whatever. It just feels very freeing. It's like, ooh, what could I read? But then there's so much choice. I'm like, I don't know what to read. There's no deadline. I don't know what to do. So it's good and bad in both ways.
Yes.
I would love to get away from a monthly TBR about priorities. One of you chaps, another buddy read, a third for an upcoming TV show, a fourth to complete a trilogy.
Yeah.
That is what it is. Yes, I keep wanting to change my mind, and a monthly TBR feels quite restrictive. I must finish these TBR and BR books that I said I would read on the socials, so I am locked in. Yeah, no, and it's good in one way. It's making you like read it, but it's been kind of fun to be like, I feel like reading this now. Let me
Yeah.
like I read the new Ashley Winstead because I had the arc like this book will bury me because I was like I just want a
Okay.
thriller, and it scratched that itch, so it was good. No. Might be recency bias, but Sandra is my favorite Hunger Games book, catching fire closely after. I'm
Nice.
excited. I'm 40% in, so that's
Yeah.
much. But it's been quite good so far. I've been really into it, so I'm hoping it delivers. The main problem is I am always thinking about what I want to read next month, so the next 2 years starts. But
Yep.
it never stops, does it?
Mm-mm. It'll stop when they stop publishing books, but let's hope that never happens.
So true. Oh, okay. Should we try to read them to get through some of those
Yeah.
pages, or is there anything anyone wants to chat about? Okay, guys, if there's nothing, I'm gonna share the screen and we're gonna do some sprints and then we're gonna talk about it. Yes, I'm heading back outside. Is your hammock already up, or I don't actually know if you put it up right away or do you wait? It's warm in the UK, but I wouldn't say it's hot.
Yeah. We're starting to get the heat here.
I bet.
Yeah. Not super excited because it's gonna be like awful, but
Not assembled the
uh,
hammock because it's windy. That's fair. All right, see you in 45.
okay.
Make any space feel like outer space. Change starts
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
What'd you do, read?
Yeah, I read for like a little bit. I'm about like 26 pages in.
Nice.
Mhm.
I'm 192.
Nice.
Kind of forgot what I was on, but yeah, that's good. Ah. Oh. I read a few pages of my nonfiction book, I Am the Law. It starts off with a bit of an early 70s history for the comic dates back 45 odd years at this point, so it's quite a dense read. It has just moved on to talk about the origins of the 200 AD comic.
Nice.
2000, sorry, not 200. Nice, sounds good.
Mhm.
Was it like about comic? I'm a bit confused. Is it about comic books, like a nonfiction about comic books, or what is happening then? Tough to tell.
I think he said it was about Judge Dredd.
What's Judge Dredd?
There was a movie, I think, and I'm not too familiar with Judge Dredd.
Okay, I just thought it was a judge, like a real judge. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, I think it's some. I know that there's a movie.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I know we're like uncultured swine. Don't even know
Honestly,
what Judge Dredd is, right?
let me Google it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's like this.
Okay. Yeah. See, at least I knew there was a movie.
I've seen this before, but I've definitely never seen nor read. Oh yeah, it's the guy with the helmet. Oh. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Well, that's fun. Oh, okay, so that's a name of a comic. I thought that was the year it came out. Oh, well, that stopped coming out in 2000. So that makes sense. That sounds fun. What are you gonna do for the next sprint? Just keep reading.
Yeah, but I'm also kind of hungry, so I'm kind of like, do I want to go get some food? Because I think I should get
I had a
some
little
food.
snack as
Yeah.
well. I was like, I'm hungry. So I had some cereal. Oh, interesting. The book it's a book about how Jude Dredd, dating back some 45 odd years, has predicted our future as it relates to police state both here in the UK and also in the US.
That sounds really interesting.
But I want to ask how we all feel about footnotes in our books. Do you like them on every page, at the end of a chapter, end of a book? So I'm only mostly listen to nonfiction as audiobooks, so I don't experience footnotes there that much. So I don't have such a preference. I think it's more like, does it flow when they're reading it out loud? For fiction books, I've not encountered that many. Like a book I just read had them. Ashley Winstead's This Book Will Bury Me, but it wasn't very frequent. And I kind of prefer them non-frequent because it can be quite disruptive, I think, in fiction.
Yeah. I feel like it's good for some background, but like you said, it's very disruptive. I mean, I'll be honest, like with you, sometimes like if there's footnotes, even if it's nonfiction, I'll just glaze over them. Like I won't even read them. Sorry, but like I don't want to be taken out of what I'm reading because if I lose focus, I'm gonna have to reread that whole part again, and I'm not sure if I'm in the mood for that.
Yeah, I know. And sometimes I feel like you can fit that information probably just within the text if it's
Yeah.
relevant. So I think every page that would be too much. Like I don't mind it sometimes, but
Yeah.
yeah, with audiobooks that's what I like. Usually they can weave it in, so actually it just sounds like it's just prose,
Yeah.
um, and that is much easier to me. I find them disruptive because I see an italicized number and then have to glance down to find the note. Then I try to figure out I've missed a note. Then I'm scanning the text looking for it. Yeah. And sometimes I forget, like I don't see the number, like my brain just like ignores it. And I get to the bottom and I'm like, wait, what is this about? And it's just like a bit messy. Oh my goodness. This book, I Am the Law, has between 2 to 6 footnotes on every single page.
How many pages is this book? And I mean, like, oh, that sounds like too
That's
much.
harsh, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys read A Chorus of Dragons by Jen Lyons? It is the poster child for mega notes in fiction. I have not.
I think I have it, but I haven't gotten to it yet.
Yeah, I think the book I read the most that did it like fiction wise, it's Jay Kristoff's Nevernight.
Yes.
And I much prefer, and I actually listened to majority of them, which was better because then I tried to like read the third book and I found it really hard to like with the like physically read it. I found it really hard with the footnotes. Because this is a book about history, the last book of the footnotes seem to be a citation to back up the claim. Okay. I'd rather they just like put that in the back or something. There's like different types of citation, and I prefer the one where you put a number or whatever, but you cite it at the end of the book. But sometimes they add additional details to flesh out the detail that's discussed in the main body of the book. So I feel like I have to check every note and cannot skip over them.
Yeah.
But are you enjoying it otherwise?
And I get what you're saying, like about like not wanting to skip it because you're like, oh well, obviously if they put it there, it's important. And I get it, which is like why I'm just like, oh, I gotta read this footnote, kind of thing. But like it's an aggravation to me, to be honest, because I feel like if it's that important, they should be able to figure out how to work it into the text.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, unless you're reading like an actual like if it's a proper history book or it's proper like science book or like an actual textbook, I feel like okay, that's different. But if it's like a nonfiction that wants to read as prose, like a story, then it's like really hard. And like I feel like it just becomes quite gimmicky when it's in fiction. Like, yeah, the Nevernight ones I actually did not enjoy when I read it physically. This book will bury me was fine, but they were very, very sparse, so
Yeah.
I forgot about them. I Am the Law is 358 pages of dense text in a slightly tall book. So when I said I had made some progress earlier, I really mean it was so good.
Hey,
Yeah.
you got some of it read though, right? So there's that.
Yeah, right on. You did well.
Yes. You got this, Tufty.
You can do it.
Yes. Even with all the footnotes.
Even with the footnotes.
Yes.
Oh, man, so even this book, I was like, oh, it's so long, I won't finish it this weekend. But to be fair, it's like the text is so big, it's kind of fine. I'm like halfway through it, but probably won't finish today. Weirdly sleepy, even though I woke up like later than usual.
Yeah.
And the sun is shining. I'm like, and it's too late for a coffee because it's 4 p.m. So I'm just like, what should I do?
Yeah. That's hard. That's a hard time of the day.
Yeah, it's like too late to drink a coffee, too early to. Well, I'm not gonna go to bed at 4.
Yep.
So it is what it is. But we get to discussing how 2000 AD came to be, then I get interested as that's what I'm here for. Okay, so you're just entering now, okay?
Yep.
Did you get cut out by the clock? Oh, that's what happened. Okay, so I logged on an hour too early because I checked on Friday, Kira, when you said, "Oh, can we have it like 10 my time?" I was like, "Yeah, no problem. Let me check what time that is," and it said it was 2 p.m. So I was like, "Okay, great." And then this morning I was like, normally Kira's here already. I wonder what's happening. You were like, yeah, in 1 hour. I was like, Googled it again. I was like, what the fuck? And then I wake up 6:30 every day. And I woke up 7:30 today. And I was like, wow, I really slept so much, like an hour longer. I'm so proud of myself. I must have gotten such great sleep. But now I'm tired. So it's because I actually didn't sleep an hour longer. I hate this time change. Every year it catches me. Sorry. I got caught up with the 2 p.m. kickoff. I was heard about 2 p.m. too. Then I realized I was not saying front. Yeah, that one was my bad. I have to stop eating chocolate by very early evening. Otherwise, I struggle to sleep.
I know. Like I've had to like switch my chocolate schedule like to earlier in the day.
Really?
Yeah, well, it's got like a little bit of caffeine in it, so you don't really
Maybe I
have
should
much
just go eat some chocolate to like stuff my face to wake up.
I mean, it might just be like just enough caffeine to get you through the afternoon.
Maybe I'll go buy some like dark chocolate or something. So like I pinch my
You know what
cheeks.
I heard that they did like a research study like that they're, like the antioxidants like that are in chocolate. They actually, like, if you eat chocolate before noon, you get more benefits from the antioxidants than if you eat it after noon.
Wow. I did not know there was any benefits.
Yeah, they're good for you. It's really good for you. I was never a huge fan of like regular candy. Like I liked it every once in a while, but like chocolate was always kind of my thing. So,
Well, yeah, I've been trying to get more into dark chocolate because I'm like, I'm getting older. I should take care of myself. But yeah, I actually do like it. Like I used to hate it, but now I really like it. So it's not such a big deal. And I never buy just chocolate, but usually I buy like cookies and stuff. So I'm actually trying to be
yeah,
like, no, let's get the chocolate and it's a dark chocolate and I'll be healthier that way.
yeah.
Chocolate schedule. Lol. I wish I had the schedule, just eat it whenever I feel like it. But I kind of run out of snacks in the house. So I'm just kind of like
Uh-oh.
hanging
Snack
out.
run.
Well, yeah, I need to go buy that pot for my plant anyway. So
Might as well get some snacks while you're out there.
that's what I'm thinking. Because I'll be also in like a cheaper shop so I can stack up. I devour milk chocolate, but dark chocolate lasts longer in my stash as I eat a lot less.
Yeah.
Yep, so I'm trying to get more into dark chocolate. I'm finding that I like particular regions for sourcing my chocolate. There is this one chocolate in the UK that you can find like Sainsbury's and Tesco's, and it's like a white thing with like a blue label. Maybe Tafty will know it. And they're really nice because they put like sea salt in it and stuff. So it's like it has a little special something. Like I need a little special treat.
Yum.
I buy different varieties of chocolate for baking. For example, if I remember, I'll tweet you a picture of my recent baking chocolate haul. Please do.
Yeah.
I love baking, but it got dangerous. I used baking loads, and it was just me and my fiance eating all of it. And I was like, we can't be having
Oh,
brownies a week. That's not good.
I remember like when we were like doing sprints and stuff, be like, oh yeah, I was baking something, and it was like almost like every time we did sprints, I was like, wow. I was just like, they have a lot of sweets, and I'm very envious of this.
Yeah, it was dangerous. I was like, this needs to stop. So now it's probably too much in the other direction because I could just bake and take it like to like someone's house or a party or something. I'll take it to my office.
Yeah, but who doesn't want to eat the whole thing, right?
Exactly, and it's so tasty, it's so good. I did blueberry muffins, like blueberry banana muffins with my niece the other day. Because like her mom was like, oh, can you bake with her? Because we have some like leftover stuff, whatever. And it was actually so easy to make muffins. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna make more muffins. It was so easy. So I'm hoping to get back into it. If I bake, it's all for me. I baked a layer cake and was unable to eat it all before it went frosty. I was devastated.
Can you freeze some of it?
It
Like,
depends on what, but probably yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would think that you'd be able to bake it and then freeze it and then take it out as you wanted to eat it.
True.
I'm a bad influence. I'm not going to help you guys lose weight. Like, I'm not here for that. If you guys like eat what you want.
Yeah, sorry, I had Frosty. I actually don't know what Frosty is. So my brain went to Frosty. I was like, what is Frosty? Like the frosting? From dread to blueberry muffins via chocolate schedules, such a variety of conversation. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you actually inspired me. I might buy some like baking supplies, and I might just bake it, take it to work, and then like share it with my coworkers. Because
I'm sure
it's just fun.
your fiance is going to want you to leave something for him.
Yeah, actually, he's not that into like snacking. Like I'm more so bad for snacking. But I don't eat such large portions like for my main meal versus he'll eat like a huge portion for his main meal, but he doesn't snack as much. And I've gotten better with age, to be fair. I'm like, I don't know how I used to eat like so much snacks and just like be fine.
Yeah.
Like, what are my cholesterol levels? What about me actually being like a healthy person?
Yeah.
I might like try to walk super fast next sprint to the shop then, because I don't want to walk later when it's like dark. That's
Now I have to eat baking morsels because like I can't do milk chocolate because I can't do the cow milk or anything.
No.
So I pretty much eat baking morsels as my main form of chocolate. But there's like one like that has like that's absent like a 14 like different allergens, and it's like it uses like cocoa cocoa butter and like cocoa like like a little bit of sugar, and it's sweeter like than the dark chocolate. So I really like that one.
What's baking morsels? Is that just like little pieces of chocolate, like chocolate?
Yep.
Like
What you typically use for baking. Yeah.
No,
But they have like the chunks, and I love the chunks because like they're
yeah.
bigger.
Oh, I didn't realize those didn't have cow's milk.
Yep. Nope. Not all of them, or at least not the ones I get because I can't do dairy. So, but they're expensive.
No, that's not fun.
No, but chocolate, it's all luxury items for me because I have tons of allergies. So whatever I eat's a luxury item.
That sucks.
Gotta eat something, and I'm not gonna. I'll like I'll splurge on it like if I want to eat it because I'm not gonna deprive myself if I can help it.
That's fair. That's also what I find about like dark chocolate. Like it is a bit more pricey, but it is just better.
It is.
It's not getting around it, like for you and for like health and stuff.
Yeah.
And it just tastes like milk chocolate. Sometimes I'm like, this is just sugar. It's just a bunch of sugar, so I put in this thing. It's like doesn't actually taste that nice anymore.
Do you guys have Ghirardelli over there?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
We are
Because
dead.
like one of my favorite, because they do it in Godiva also, but like and it was back like when I could eat that stuff. But like the dark chocolate with the raspberry like jam filling was always my favorite.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Dark chocolate is definitely better and it encourages eating less, so win-win. Very true.
Yeah.
Tefty says, I make a vat of risotto and then stuff it into the fridge and I just nom on it from the tub. Risotto is carrot, pea with mascarpone and Parmesan cheese. Nom.
Ooh.
That does sound very good.
Yes.
But like my problem is I don't like eating the same thing over. So whenever I have leftovers, it's fine for like one other meal, but more than that, I'm like, I don't want to eat that anymore.
Yeah.
Fusti means off when food is past its best and inedible.
So why don't you freeze some of it? Can you do that? Like, will it still be okay? Because I mean, I would rather have like half frozen cake like than bad cake or like wasted cake because cake is amazing.
It is. And you could like try to put it in the oven to like warm it up and have it like a little bit crispy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to spend my afternoon cooking, so I like having a vat of something to heat up on subsequent days.
That's good.
That's my problem because I'm like, oh, I don't like eating the same thing, and then I'm like, okay, but then I don't want to cook. So it's like, what do we do? What are we doing? I cooked today, and actually, there's some big portions. I probably have food for dinner and tomorrow.
Oh, I love making a big plate of like stir-fried vegetables, like with some sort of meat.
That's right.
But like because of my food allergies, I have to cook basically like most days. So I hate that. But I gotta do what I gotta do.
Yeah, that's fair. I have frozen broccoli I want to make into macaroni cheese, but I'd rather sit outside. Yeah, that's relatable.
Yeah. Well, can you cook outside? Do you have a grill?
Ooh. I feel like barbecue is something I really miss from Poland because I mean, not that people don't have barbecues here, but it's just not as common. And like, I don't like, I live in an apartment building, so I don't have a barbecue, and you can't barbecue in parks or anything. But like at home, we actually have a barbecue, and I freaking love barbecues. So like, I miss it. Oh, Tafty's asking, if I may ask, how do the food allergies manifest? I don't have any myself, so just curious.
Okay, so I think I've always had like a slight touch because like I've always had like really bad allergies and I've always been like allergic to like everything, but I didn't start out like with any testable allergies to food. And then about 10 years ago, I had a really like my stomach started like to burn, like I started getting like precursors like to stomach ulcers and everything. And then I ended up like with really, really bad food poisoning that kind of sent me down a rabbit hole for like a couple of years, like until I could get everything under control. And then like I ended up like with a ton of allergies. Like I have an abnormal amount of allergies. So I mean, I think it's different for everybody because I think some people are born with it, but you can develop it later too. And that was my thing, is I developed them all later.
Damn, that's scary.
Yeah.
Damn. So it's like a proper allergy, not just like intolerance.
So I mean, like it'll make me pretty sick, like if I expose myself to it. I feel off. Like I'll feel like it's almost like my flora like gets like thrown off. Like my gut flora gets thrown off like really easy because if I eat the wrong thing, I'll end up like very nauseous after it, and sometimes it'll even make me like a little bit dizzy.
Wow. Okay.
So I just prefer just not to like. I mean, and honestly, like I don't have anything tested like above like on a scale from like 0, which is like no reaction, to 6 being like the worst, like it'll kill you. I don't technically have anything over a 3, but I'm still extremely sensitive to all of that stuff. So I prefer just to not do it because like I'd rather just not make the allergies worse. I know like overexposure sometimes to like to your allergens can actually make you in the more of the direction of like being more likely to be killed from them. So I'd rather just not, just in case like there's any kind of slip ups or anything else in the future.
No, that's fair. That sounds scary. That sounds rough. Developing things unexpectedly later in life. This is partly why I grow a lot of my own food.
Yeah.
That's nice to be able to.
Mm-hmm.
Dom barbecue just cannot be bothered. That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to never have anything, and then like I started getting allergic to pollen.
Oh yeah.
Now it's like summer, like spring is just rough. It went from like my favorite time of year to right now I'm just like clawing at my eyes because they're so like dry and itchy. But well, hopefully,
Yep.
at least you can like eat, not easy, but you can at least avoid it. And I feel like it's getting much better to like being respectful and just easy accessible of like different foods and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like even 10 years ago was nothing like it is now in the UK, where it's like so much easier to find and everything's labeled as well, which is good.
Yeah, but that's like why it like really makes me angry, like when a lot of these food companies like they want to take off like a lot of the labels, and I'm like, what are you going to do if somebody has a food allergy to something you're putting in there and they react to it? You legally cannot do that. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy. They want to take those labels off.
Well,
Like, we should be
it's
able to
because
know what we're putting in our food. Like,
it's because of their secret recipes, you know, like, and, you know, stuff like that. Like, and a lot of these places don't want you to know, especially because, like, especially here in the States, like, we're like people are getting more health conscious to realize like that there's a ton of crap in our food that is not in other countries.
yeah,
So you have like, you have California, like, that is hardcore for all of that. And then you have the rest of the country, like, that's just like, no, like California is a whole different world. We don't want to be like them. We'd rather just eat whatever we want. And then like, of course, you know, capitalism and stuff like, oh, but we can save costs, you know, like if we put particular things like high fructose corn syrup or like all the other bad stuff in there and take the shortcuts, you know, like that's actually bad for people. But hey, most people can tolerate it, so it's okay. You know?
yeah,
Even though like, you know, I mean, I still say, so I can tolerate like I'm hypoglycemic on top of everything else. So if I can tolerate sugar cane just fine. Like my sugar doesn't skyrocket, but if you put high fructose corn syrup in me, my sugar will go up really quick, and then I will do a very sharp decline down and crash, and my blood sugar will be in the dirt. So to tell me like that the high fructose corn syrup is okay is to me is just ridiculous. Like you can't tell people that.
yeah. But also, like, it should be clearly displayed so that you can make a choice if
Yeah.
you want it or not.
Well, it's still just speculation and stuff, and there's just not people doing enough about it, and there's not like enough incentive. This is like why I think like that we should make like that's like why I think like we're in desperate need of public health care, because like I've been thinking about this like a lot lately. Your like countries like, you know, like where you guys are and everything, your government has to pay for your health care. So if you guys get cancer or anything else, your government will have to carry that weight. Right? Not you personally. Here, we personally have to carry that weight. So the government has no incentive to make us healthy. In fact, most people benefit off of us getting sick. So I think like that's another like reason like why public health care is so important, because if it falls to the government to have to take care of us when we get sick, they're more likely to put in laws that are going to prevent us from getting sick.
Yeah. That's so
But
messed up though. Like,
yeah, but they don't have that incentive right now because they make money off of it. It's a corporation.
so messed up.
Yeah.
Tufty says pea allergies are becoming a thing over here as it creeps into food more and more. It isn't widely reported. Hmm.
Peas are easy. Peas are another thing that are easy to manufacture and produce, and they're a good source of protein. So,
I thought
I
that'd be
mean,
healthy for you.
huh?
I thought that'd be healthy, but I guess it's like if it's in loads of things, maybe it's some people, you know.
Well, I mean, if you look at it, because like I did like a lot of research about like this, like especially after I got food allergies, all the most common allergies that are out there are stuff that's from easily produced items. So
Mm,
like raspberry, like let's say you have something like that's supposed to be raspberry flavored, it still has strawberry in it because strawberries are cheaper to produce than raspberries.
mm,
Strawberries are more common allergy. You don't see people typically allergic to raspberries. Eggs, for example, eggs are in almost everything. Eggs are a very common allergy. Cow's milk, very common allergy. It's on almost everything.
mm,
You know,
mm,
all the allergies like that you see get flooded into a lot of different foods that you don't even know are in those foods because you figure if it's raspberry flavored, there wouldn't be strawberries in it.
That's kind of crazy, yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like the same like way is probably happening because a lot of these companies are going to find ways to make extra money, and peas are easy to produce and they're cheap. So they also get through like all the health regulations that you guys would have over there.
Mm,
So it's only it makes sense to me like that would be on the rise because like now they're probably putting like that into a lot of different things, and people are getting more and more exposed to those. And if you get overexposed to anything, you can develop allergies from that too.
mm. That's true. Wow, another thing to worry about, peas.
I know.
Uh, yeah, I'm pretty lucky. I'm like a bit lactose intolerant, but if I keep having it, I'm fine. If I stop and then I have it, I'm kind of
No
screwed.
question. Were you actually tested for that, or were you like, or did they just tell you?
They tested me as a child for allergies and it came negative, but I've
Right.
noticed that when I like became an adult and I moved here. So I've never been tested, but when I stopped drinking much milk as much, it was like gotten really bad. It was like I couldn't really have milk or cheese or anything. But then when I like slowly go back to it, now I'm fine most of the time. So that's why I'm like always like, okay, I'm just gonna keep drinking milk and stuff
Right.
because if I stop, then it's like
So
harder.
fun fact, I know it happens here in the States. I don't know about you guys over there, but people who are told by the doctor like that they're lactose intolerant simply for having a response to cow's milk tend to be overdiagnosed as lactose intolerant because a lot of times like there's two ways it could go. You are actually lactose intolerant and you cannot, and doesn't matter what kind of dairy it is, goat's milk, sheep's milk, or anything, you can't tolerate it. Okay. Or you have a casein intolerance because there's casein type A, B, and C, and I believe cow's milk has type A, which is a
Mhm.
bigger molecule, and most people's bodies cannot process that. But if you were to switch over to cow's milk or sheep's milk, you would not have an allergy, and it would not
Mm,
affect you.
that's
So
interesting.
it just depends on what kind of intolerance you have.
Mm, that's interesting. It's probably to that subtype because I have had different cheeses, but then some made me sick, some not.
Yeah. So and actually here like we have goat's milk cheese, and most of them has cow's milk in them, and I can't do any of those.
Wow.
So you got to be careful because just because it says goat's milk, read the label. Some of them will say it contains milk, and they have to put that because cow's milk is more of an allergy than any of the other milks.
Wow, I didn't know. They put cow's milk that's wild. Hello, Super Rogue. How is everyone? We're good, thank you. And a random fact, I'm allergic to tikka.
Huh. I don't know
What's
what tikka is.
Yeah, I'm like tikka masala. Is it like a spice or I don't
Yeah.
know. Oh, tikka refers to pieces or chunks of meat, often chicken, marinated in spices and yogurt,
Oh,
and then grilled or baked. So okay, so that type of tikka.
okay. Yeah. Hmm.
How you need to explain. How can you how can you be allergic to meat if it's marinated, or is this something completely different? I was just watching Going 17, which is a K-pop group's variety show that I'm obsessed with, and I have watched 4 times. I have no life. No, I'm sure it was really fun. I'm not allergic to anything that I know of, but I have noticed an effect on me after eating too many peanuts.
Mm.
Oh.
Maybe you have a slight peanut allergy that you don't know about. Because I mean, like I said, they're on a spectrum, like, from 0 to no, like, like no reaction, which I had chocolate at 0. Yes. So, and then like 6 being like the worst one, but maybe you're only like at a 1 or 2 with that. Because I mean, your body would still be able to tolerate it, like without you having like a ton of adverse side effects at 1 or 2.
That's interesting. I
Yeah.
definitely have an allergy. Also, I have an allergy to something, but I can't figure out what it is. And it only happens when I eat Mexican food. But not when I was in the US, only in the UK. And like each individual thing I've definitely had before. So it's some kind of like spice or something.
Right.
Tikka is a type of spice. Like I had a tikka lasagna, and that's how I found I was allergic to it.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
Huh.
I was reading Clytemnestra by Costanza Casati earlier, but I'm having a bit of a break. I'm nearly finished it with it, and I don't want it to be over. I read that. I really enjoyed it, actually. It was really good.
I've been seeing that around, and I need to read it because I like Greek
It was
mythology.
good. Yeah, it was good. I think. No, that's a standalone. I'm confusing with something else. But yeah, it was really good.
I remember the
Uh,
last one I read was Psyche and Eros, which was really good. That was a really good one.
yeah, I've not read anything for a while, and then I read this one, and I was like, oh, okay, there's like something interesting here. I grow my own food partly to avoid all additives. I don't need to buy in that much food, but there are some things I need, like dairy and grains.
Yeah.
It's Oh, sorry, rouge. It's French for red and a Sonic character. Sorry, Super Rouge. Um, oh, we already read that.
Yeah.
Awesome. What are you gonna read Clytemnestra in the next sprint? What's your plan? It's so heartbreaking. I knew going into it that I wasn't going to be lighthearted, but I wasn't expecting it to be this heartbreaking. Yeah, it hit really hard actually. And I didn't know anything about Clytemnestra before I started. So I was like, but I have this bad thing where I just Google, like if it's like based on mythology, I just Google the whole myth and I read it. And then I'm like, great, now I'm ready for the book. Back to the footnotes. I'm
Yes.
gonna go brave the outside world. Maybe the sun will wake me up a little bit. Get my chocolate. Let me share my screen. Also, I don't know if you heard it, but the one I shared just had like a commercial in the middle,
I saw it like when
and
I
it's
was like reading, and I was kind of like, "What's?" Because I'll check back like and I'll look, like to see like how much more time I have.
oh, it scared the shit out of me. I was like, "What's happening?" I was so
YouTube and
startled.
those stupid ads.
Honestly, I'm like on a timer. Why would I want to like add an ad to add timer? Anyway, I was like, ugh. Oh. It's not.
It's okay. You can show us all your chocolate.
Yep. Okay. Well, I enjoy watching Going 17.
Yes.
5 episodes, not too shabby. All right, let me share. I see you in 45. Okay, I don't like all that noise, so I'm not gonna do that. Hello, welcome back.
Hello.
I'm so proud of myself. I accomplished my mission.
Yay.
I found a hardware store like 15 minutes away. So I feel like it's quite impressive. I got back and I had 10 minutes to spare. I even crocheted a bit.
Yay.
And the size was fine. So I need to put the actual plant in it, but step one is done.
That's good.
A little crisis. I was like, which size do I get? I got the smaller in the end. But it seems fine.
That's awesome.
How was your sprint? What'd you do?
I went and got an orange, ate some chocolate,
Nice.
and then I read like another 25 pages. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got myself chocolates, but I forgot that the shop near me doesn't really have dark chocolate, so I just got like it's dark chocolate like biscuits.
okay. Still
I think
chocolate.
will do. I'm gonna make myself some tea, enjoy it. But yeah, some sunshine was good. I think I feel a little bit more energized.
Mhm.
Read some more footnotes. I'll tell you what, reading a nonfiction provides plenty of material for me to bring up here in the chat, and I'm laden with my notes in my head. The footnote numbers were set back to 1 for each chapter. Interesting. Okay. I guess it's better than like footnote 235.
Yeah.
Wow, the first chapter goes from page 17 to 35 inclusive and has 53 footnotes.
Wow.
Wow. That's too many footnotes. I'm sorry. Isn't like half the page just a footnote?
Sounds like a lot of footnotes.
Yeah. Damn. Like I know it's about history, but it's about a history of a comic book. That seems a little excessive.
Hmm.
Well, I went back to the back of the book to find out what the last footnote number was, but then I realized it resets. Okay. It's a good intro too sometimes, depending. Wow. It's like reading a textbook. Oh. How's everyone else? Oh, I need to make myself the tea to wake myself up.
Yeah. It's one of those lazy Sundays, I think.
Yeah, it's true. I was like in the morning, had so many plans. To be fair, I've done majority of the things I wanted to do, so that's good.
That is good.
I was gonna go to the gym and then I was feeling too lazy, but at least I did yoga. So I'm like, I still worked out. Like, fine.
Yeah.
It's not the same intensity level, but I think it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I repotted like 4 plants. So that's good. So,
That's good.
Up and up.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess that you guys won't recognize the name Mary Whitehouse. She described Doctor Who as tea time brutality for tots. I grew up on Doctor Who on Saturday evening.
I mean, I like Doctor Who.
I've actually never seen all of it. I've seen only like choice episodes and season 1, the first like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And
Well,
now it's
it's kind of like almost like segmented because like they stopped it for quite a few years and then they picked it up again in 2005, I believe. And I binge watched that show like from the 2005 on. I am not caught up like with the last several like I ended it like where Capaldi started. Like I watched the first few episodes like where Capaldi started, but I didn't go past that, which I need to because like they have all sorts of doctors like after that with Capaldi and stuff. But Matt Smith, David Tennant were like my doctors. So then I got curious and I started watching some of the older ones. Like I watched the very first episode, and some of the shots like from the original Doctor Who series like were gotten rid of. So sometimes like all you have is audio in some of the older episodes because like they don't have the actual footage.
Wow.
Yeah.
What year were those coming out in?
Like I think Doctor Who's been around since like the 60s.
Wow.
I know it's been like a long time.
That's crazy how old it is.
Yeah.
I watched this Christmas special of Shutigatwa, and I was planning to start watching from this season because I was like, I love Shutigatwa, I want to support him, but I just never did. And now I'm like, seems like too much. And also, it's not been that beloved this season, so I'm like,
Yeah.
get in at the best bit, not like the slump. Okay. I watched 2 episodes of Going 17. They're playing horror games while being dressed in Santa's. That sounds really entertaining.
Aw. It's like the Terrifier, but with like pop bands.
Yeah. I used to love like all the shows with like all the idols. It was so funny. I have 87 chili pepper and aubergine plants out in my greenhouse right now. 87. I just checked the number is accurate. Doesn't include the tomatoes, so that's a lot of potting. That is a lot. I'm like having fun, but I think 5 for me will. I'm like hoping there's enough soil for 1 more, and then I'm like, I ain't touching you guys for the next like 2 years, because also the problem is I live on the 8th floor, and all I have is a balcony, so I'm doing it on my balcony, which was fine. But I'm like, what am I meant to do with soil? It feels stupid to put it in a trash bin because it's earth. But I'm like, where will I return it to earth? I live next to a park. I could take it and like put it somewhere. I don't know. But I'm like, is that littering? I don't know. Oh. I've never seen Doctor Who. I didn't even really know anything about it. It's massive in the UK.
Yeah.
I grew up on Pokemon and Sonic character. Sonic, I assume. Yeah. I've seen the first Pokemon movie that many times that I can act and quote the movie from hearts. Is kind of sad. Oh no. I remember watching like Pokemon when I was a kid and really liking it. So, you have a heart of a fun girl. I like that. My book is about Judge Dredd. My book about Judge Dredd is talking about a lot about moral panics right now. It's about a fascistic police state. Dredd is not a good guy, but I really like the character. What does that say about me? I think that's fine. Liking problematic characters. That's why they're characters.
Sometimes they're designed to be liked.
True. Or they're just more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Going 17 episodes called Christmas in August. It was one of the members' ideas for content. It's funny. I take the soil from my pots and toss it onto my soil beds outside once I'm done with the plant. So simply toss it onto grass. You're feeding the grass. Okay. I'll do that when my building manager isn't around, because I don't think he'd see it that way. But like I was thinking about doing that, and I was like, okay, I'll just like do it when I was like, or like at night.
Mm-hmm.
I can also quote every cutscene in Sonic Adventure 2, which is my all-time favorite video game. That is very impressive, because there's like a lot of cutscenes in games. Like, I'm not a gamer, but I think that's true.
Yeah, Sonic was always one of my favorites.
Oh, the game. My heart will always belong to Sims. I never was really into any other games. The OG, the GOAT, really. Any fun plans for the rest of Sunday?
I got some stuff I gotta do.
Nice.
More productive stuff.
Adulting.
Yeah.
I gotta finish this plant. Then I can read. I can crochet. Should probably call my mom. And yeah, so I just enjoy my day.
Yeah.
It feels like it's so early. I mean, it's nearly 6 here, but what's it, 5:30? But we have sunlight for another hour. Wait, do we have sunlight for more time now that we moved the time? Because yesterday sun settled at 6:30. Now it's 7:30. Oh my god, this changes everything. 2 more hours of sunlight. What am I gonna do with that?
I don't know.
It's crazy.
Pot your plants.
Well, yeah, I really want to do that. I have no lights outside. I literally mow my lawn, scarify it, then scatter used compost on it to feed it. It's a great way to applying free food to it. Nice. Like I said, I grew up with Pokemon and not just the cartoons and movies. When you said fangirl, I'm very much obsessed with Pokemon. I have been since I was 7. Fair. That sounds fun. Did you enjoy the Pokemon movie? You know, the one with what's his name? Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, Detective Pikachu.
That's it. Yeah, I thought
Yeah,
it was.
I heard they were going to be making a second one, but like I really enjoyed the first one, especially I've never been a huge Pokemon fan, and even as somebody that has not been hardcore Pokemon, like I still really enjoyed that movie.
Yeah, same. I mean, yeah, that's why I'm almost curious. What does a Pokemon super fan think? Because I'm not, and I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they were meant to make more, but then I don't think they ever did. I have so many chili plants, so I'm hoping to have a really good crop this year. I'm aiming to send out chili care packages by the end of the season to resupply friends. That's so cute. I tried to mow my lawn last year and I got a stone in my eye from it. I'm terrified now. Oh my goodness. I hope you're okay.
Yeah.
Wear like some protective gear. Oh, the guest cat has just wandered in to visit. Love it. I wish I had a guest cat, but that would be kind of crazy if he just showed up on my balcony. Oh. Do you want to do another sprint or do you want to call it? Because I know you have some plans later.
I mean, we can do like maybe like another like half-hour one or something, you know, like just to like read like a little bit more and then call it quits maybe like a little after 1.
Yeah, that's chill with me.
Mm-hmm.
Detective Pikachu, it scared me, honestly. Mr. Mine terrified Mr. He was never made to be live action. I enjoyed the game for Detective Pikachu, but not that movie.
Oh, I mean, in all fairness, Mr. Mine was very terrifying. He was weird, like a little bit too off kilter weird for Pokemon, to be honest. But you know,
I'm not remembering it. I'm googling it now. Ah, that's terrifying.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that is nightmare fuel. I
Yep.
appreciate that.
A little bit too much for Pokemon when Pokemon's supposed to be cute.
Yeah, that was not the.
But then you have like, huh?
Yeah, go ahead.
But then you have like that Pokemon like that wears his mother's skull on his head. You know,
I didn't know that's what that was. To
that's
me,
his
they're
mother's.
like
That's
cute.
his mother's skull.
That's pretty messed up.
Yeah. Yep.
Ah, Japanese animation. You'll never stop being weird.
Yeah.
They are originally Japanese, right? Pokemon.
I think so.
I always thought it was anime, but I might be wrong here. Yeah, but I did watch it, but not a fan. I'm just glad they didn't put Jinx in there.
Mm.
Fair enough. I thought that might be the case. I feel like sometimes when something is like fun for the general audience, it might not be great for like actual fans.
Yeah.
Yolanda would probably charge you extra for having a pet. I actually don't know if I can have a pet. I don't want to, like, I would want a pet, but I'm just not in a position to get one. But I just more so would love a visiting pet that I could, and it could go away. One more go works here too. The sun is still out and I can still in the sunny corner. Awesome. Cabonia. Cabby's mother died and he was heartbroken about it, so he took his mother mask to keep her around forever.
Yep.
That's dark.
Yep. So I mean, Mr. Mine's kind of dark too, but like that's also very dark, you know? So
yeah. I'm thinking like I watched that movie once and I remember nothing from it, just like, oh yeah, that was cute. But now I'm like, was there all these dark parts I don't remember?
Maybe.
I think that's what happened. I like having a cat that wanders past occasionally. No responsibility on my part. Yeah, nice. That is kind of ideal. I mean, I'd love a pet where we just travel a lot and move a lot. It's just too much. I mean, you have your bunnies, so.
Yeah, I need to get them a stroller so they can be more mobile.
Oh, that'd be so cute. Oh.
They're my children, but they also need to bond and deal with it too. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I never, like, till you went for your journey of making them like each other again, or like each other, period. I never realized, what is this commercial? That is terrifying.
Skittles commercial. That's so weird.
That was disgusting.
Yeah.
I never realized how territorial bunnies are. I always thought they were just cute and cuddly, but they're actually kind of messed up.
Yeah, it's that social hierarchy thing. You know, I mean, chickens have it too, except the pecking order, you know.
Yeah,
So
that's fair.
yeah.
Animals, man. There's a lot of dark Pokemon backgrounds. There's a Pokemon called Butterfree, and it's a butterfly Pokemon. But built in, it has a sting that he uses to drink the fluid from his enemies. Jesus.
I've heard of that one. I didn't remember it, but thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, apparently there's a never-ending dark side to Pokemon. They're kind of destroying my childhood right now, but I'll give it up. All right, let's go 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So you can go in when you need to, but we can read a bit more. See you in a bit.
See you in a bit. Hello.
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 Sorry.
No worries.
How was it? Did you read?
Yeah, for like a little bit. I'm now up to page 66.
Nice.
Yep. Had a little bit read. So
Oh, that's quite good progress.
yeah,
Nice. Are you enjoying it so far?
I am. It's very interesting, and they start out pretty quickly with the action.
Nice. I did the plant I wanted. I'm out of soil, which I'm like, I had one tiny little one I wish I could do.
Yeah.
But then it's like not worth buying a whole thing of soil again. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I need to buy a pot for it because I only have the baby like nursery pot.
Makes
Um,
sense.
but yeah, so we'll see. And I don't know where to put it. It's very tall, so it needs like space. So I need to figure it
Yeah.
out. But yeah, so that's good. And then I watched a bit of 911 and crocheting.
Nice.
Yeah. Let's see. Tufty. I read a few more pages but didn't quite finish chapter before I had to spend the last 15 minutes walking in all my delicate plants from greenhouse back into my dining room where they stay overnight. The guest cat hung around while I sat and read. I think it likes a bit company. It has just wandered off. The day disappears fast.
Yes.
Yeah. But the fact there's still like an hour and a half of sunshine does make it a bit better.
Yeah.
The day feels so much longer. I don't know why they do it this way. Would it make more sense to have like to move the time in winter so we get a bit more sunshine versus like we already have sunshine here? So I never got it.
Yeah, you would think.
Heck, it made sense back in the day where like farmers had to wake up super early and stuff, but not in modern world.
Yeah.
Stupid. But oh well. Such is life.
Yep.
Ah, well, on that note of the day disappearing, should we say bye? Was there anything else you guys wanted to talk about?
13th.
13th, yeah.
That's
Sorry.
what we had originally talked about, because it's like usually we try to do it like 2 weeks after the original book sprints.
Yeah, so it should be 13th.
Yeah, that gives everybody 2 weeks to get the book read.
Yeah. I will post on Blue Sky as well, but maybe that was a typo. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Which actually, like at the rate that I'm reading like this, because this book is only like 440 pages long, and if I'm already like almost like if I get like a little over 100 pages like read today, I'm probably gonna fly right through it.
Nice, yeah.
The writing's not small in this. Like, I mean, it's actually like pretty
Standard.
yeah. So it's a pretty easy read through. I feel like.
Nice. Yeah, I'm excited to start it. That's why I was like, I never really read audiobooks for 2 weeks. So then I would have a week, and I do like finishing it just before. Like I don't like rushing, but I like finishing it just before so that I'm very fresh and like what.
Yeah.
happened.
Oh, also it should be like noted like that in a few months, Mira Grant, is coming out with looks like a science fiction like plant horror kind of book, called
Ooh.
Overgrowth. And I'm
Wow.
like, it's one of my most anticipated books of the year. I'm so excited.
Oh man, I love the. Oh, I don't have
Yeah.
one to read. I love her stuff, so I'm excited.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
Into
so
the Drowning Deep was quite good. I'm sad she never wrote a sequel for it.
Yeah, I still haven't gotten around to reading that one, but like the fact that it's a plant science fiction kind of horror thing, and I'm kind of like,
It's a weird cover.
yeah,
Looks like an eye.
kind of.
Gross.
One of the reasons I'm so excited for it.
Plant horror. Have you guys read Semiosis?
I've heard of it. I haven't not read it.
Tufty's planning to read that one by Sue Burke so I can progress onto the next two in the trilogy. I have not heard that. I'm hoping that I'm into it and this is a big ship because they can haul. Then I can haul the rest of the books, maybe even mecha ones too. I hope we're all into it.
Yeah.
I like to sample and offer before hauling, so I'm excited to guess this one. It's a very sensible approach.
Yeah. I did buy the first Mecha book, like for the Alex White books, because they had it on sale for like $11 on
Nice.
Amazon. So I went ahead and just did it because I'm just like, it's on sale. Like I'm probably gonna want to read that because, I mean, even if like this isn't like my favorite series like ever, I usually still like to. I mean, I'm still kind of curious about the mechas, and I can tell you like already like that there are some like little like things in here that make me think that the mecha one's gonna be good.
Okay, nice. Well, I'm
So
excited to read that one
yeah,
if we enjoy this series. Hopefully, it can be one of our new ones.
yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I'm trying to decide what audiobook I want to pick up next.
I mean, you could try like Joe Abercrombie. Like there's like the Blade itself and stuff. Like if you like want some grimdark, fantasy.
I don't think I have the audiobook for that.
Okay. Just a suggestion because it's good. And Joe Abercrombie later, like in a few months, is also coming out with The Devils.
Yes, I'm very excited about that.
Yes.
I think his book, The Half King, that's on script, but I don't think his other series is. I kind of want to read this. I don't really know that much about it. It's just it's called Midnight Rooms.
Oh, okay. I've never heard of it.
These books and Lala was talking about it. It's like a horror fairy tale, which
Ooh.
so marrying Crimson Peak and to Pan's Labyrinth.
Okay. I mean, all you had to say was Crimson Peak. That's it. That's all you have to say.
See, I don't watch horror, but I know I love reading horror, and that kind of sounds right up my alley. So,
Oh, have you seen Crimson Peak?
No, I want to, but I don't watch horror because I'm scared.
So it is kind of scary, but like at the same time, like you have Tom Hiddleston like over here, like looking like the very handsome man that he is, and it's kind of like a great distraction, like, because it's just like, oh, really horrific stuff is happening. Oh, Tom Hiddleston walks in. I'm cool with this. All right, let's go back.
I'm gonna watch. I think maybe one of the nights I'll just like put it on because I think I'll really enjoy it, and I do love Tom Hiddleston, and I really want to watch Nosferatu.
Yeah, I need to. I've watched the original one. I need to watch the uncut one.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I haven't like the new one. I have not seen. I wanted to watch it in the cinema, but it just like movies come to cinema for like 2 weeks and then disappear. It's so annoying.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. I'm a horror girl for horror books. I do not watch horror movies. I don't. I like to imagine gross things and I like to see gross things.
I usually try to watch horror movies like during the day. That like way I'm able to sleep at night. It's kind of like the whole chocolate situation,
Maybe that's what I should do because I'm always like, no, I need to wait till evening for the ambiance, but then I'm too scared.
Yeah, you don't need to wait. You can just like, like make like everything dark in your house and then just watch, and then you go back to sunshine immediately after, and you're okay for a while.
That's smart. I don't have blinds in my living room is the only problem, but I'll just maybe do it on like a less sunny day. Or like it's fine.
Well, that movie Heretic with Hugh Grant just came on Max here, so I need to watch that because like that's gotten like a lot of like really good reviews as far as like being kind of like a mind, fuck kind of thing. So I'm kind of like really interested in that.
Yeah, I heard really good things about it. I haven't seen it, but sounds good.
Yeah. So I'm kind of interested. I've been trying like to go through like all of the horror movies and stuff like that I've been like wanting to watch. Like I just recently watched Longlegs. I don't know if I talked to you guys about that.
I think you might have.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly, but did you enjoy it?
Oh yeah. It had like an echo of Silence of the Lambs, but like a little bit like more dark and violent,
Wow.
I was surprised because like if you like Silence of the Lambs, you're gonna enjoy Longlegs, and Nicolas Cage as like the bad guy, like I hardly recognized him, and he did such a good job. Like I'm not like really much of a Nicolas Cage fan like anymore. There was like one point like where I was, I'm just not anymore. But I feel like he needs more roles like that, even though now he says like I'm not gonna do another role like that. I'm thinking like why? Like you shined in that role.
Yeah, that's fair. I feel like he's actually quite a good actor. It's just like he really commits to it, which I enjoy.
Yeah, and that's great. He's a great actor. I just have a real problem like with him dating women like under half his age.
Didn't know that.
And that's an ick factor to me. And like I've kind of like started staying away from like a lot of actors like that do that, which is most of Hollywood, let's be honest. But like, I just like I don't know, like to me, like it just like when they're that young, it feels like another Woody Allen situation, and makes me very uncomfortable.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. I don't really
Yeah.
know anything about him, just his movies.
Yeah. Unfortunately, like I happen to stumble, like TikTok usually feeds me that stuff, and then it's like a train wreck, and I can't help listen to it. So
It's in that Titanic boy, which is hilarious. Leonardo DiCaprio in
yeah.
that same category. That's what gave me the Leo ick, because I used to really love him, and I used to like he's a great actor, you know,
Mhm.
but it's just gross. Grow up, man. What's wrong with
I
you?
know. You know what's funny is somebody had a theory like about like that like a while back about like these girls being mustaches for him, like like he almost like he's closeted, and
Then choose like an older person.
I know, like it doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, I don't even know like how this theory works, because like obviously like these women are very physically attractive.
Yeah, like wouldn't it, if he needed like a beard, would it make more sense to just like marry someone his own age, so it's free of controversy, and then he can do his own thing?
Yeah.
It doesn't
And
really
then
make sense.
yeah, and then like there's like other like theories like that he actually fell in love with Kate Winslet, but Kate Winslet like would never be with him, and that's like why he just keeps like finding like all these like women like just to be around and stuff. Like there's like all these like fan theories about like what's actually going on, like like to kind of like it's almost
Yeah,
like they're trying to take like the responsibility off of him, and I'm
yeah,
kind of like, no, because like it's still an ick factor and it's still there, and you don't know this stuff for a fact. So what's the strategy really?
yeah. No, I agree with you. It's like it does not make it any better if he's doing it because he's like lost the one. Okay, like
I know.
date
I
people your
know.
age. It's bizarre.
It is so bizarre. Like I just don't understand it. Yeah.
I will not be pretending I know anything about Al Pacino.
Uh I don't know a lot about that situation, but I have heard things like that. Yes, he does also like very, very young women.
Didn't he recently have like a child? But he's like super old, or is that someone else I'm thinking of?
I don't know.
I struggle to watch some telebox shows because the kids in them are so young nowadays.
Yeah,
I love how you call it telebox.
I do
Always
too.
very funny. Fair. Yeah, weird world. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm very excited for a big ship at the end of the lane. No, world, universe. I'm so
Yes.
confused. The big ship with the edge of the universe on
Yes.
13th. I will learn about the title by then.
Mhm.
Um, yeah.
So far, I'm enjoying it. I mean, I'm only 66 pages in, like it's still early, but like I feel like they didn't have like a whole big introduction. Like it was like maybe like a couple of chapters, and then like they started like really like they got into the meat of it pretty quickly.
Nice. That's cool. I'm
Yeah.
excited. It's gonna be my next one. I think I'm gonna read that Gothic Crimson Peaks one first, because I'm in the mood, and then I'm gonna pick that up. And yes, to Tafty, we are expecting reports, please.
Yes. Please watch Crimson Peak though. Like that's like one of my favorites.
Yeah. Maybe I'll read this book and I'll get myself in the mood and I'll
Yeah.
watch it. Because I do really want to watch it. Really wanted to watch it when it came out, but then just like never got around to it. And then it's one of those.
I feel like it does have some like horror aspects and grotesque aspects, but I don't feel like it's as horror movie like as it could be, you know?
It's
Like
more
there's
like
like a lot of like other elements into it besides that. That's just kind of like a ingredient of it.
yeah. No, that's fair. I mean, I love Gothic as well, like horror specifically. That to me is kind of less scary. It's a bit more scary sometimes because they usually have ghosts, and I'm way more scared of ghosts than like a machete man.
Yeah.
But
Cool.
but they're always better as well. So it's like the more
Yeah.
scared I am, the better the movie, pretty much.
I mean, like if we're like looking like on like a scale from like like maybe a campy horror like to Terrifier, I mean, I would actually watch Crimson Peak before bed. So
That's fair.
I don't
I
think
will. You have convinced me. I will watch it. I'm very excited now. Hopefully, one of the many streaming services I pay for has it, so I don't have to pay for it again. But
yeah.
oh man,
Hopefully. I don't know who's streaming it right now.
I'm sure one of them. Even if now it's so old, probably like £3 on Prime, just not the end of the world.
Yeah.
All right, should we say bye?
Yes.
No, I'm not keeping you too late.
No.
Thank you so much, Tufty, for hanging out. Thank you, Rory. Thank you, Super Rouge.
Yes, thank you so much for coming to hang out with us.
Yeah, and I look forward to chatting to you guys on the 13th.
Yes, definitely.
All right, I'm gonna click end stream.
Awkward wave time. Bye-bye.
Bye.